The invitation arrived on a Tuesday. Heavy cream cardstock, gold foil lettering that caught the light like a caution. Apex Consulting's inaugural gala, black tie, rooftop of the Meridian Tower. I turned it over in my hands while Sarah hummed in the kitchen, slicing lemons for the gin she'd started drinking neat since her promotion. "You'll come, right?" she asked without looking up. "Everyone's bringing partners. Marcus says it's basically mandatory." Marcus. The name had started feeling like a third presence in our bed, though he'd never set foot there. Regional VP, 38, divorced once, cufflinks shaped like tiny globes, laughs that filled a room. Sarah spoke of him like astronomers speak of distant stars. Awed, a little breathless, as if proximity might burn. I said I'd come. Of course I'd come. We'd been married 7 years, together 10. Long enough for small rituals to harden into habit. I made coffee. She stole blankets. We argued over whose turn it was to call her mother. Long enough for silences to stretch between us. She worked late. I taught 9th grade history to kids who treated the Cold War like ancient history. Our orbits had drifted, but I told myself that was normal. Gravity weakens over time. The night of the party, Sarah emerged from the bedroom in a dress the color of spilled Merlot. It clung in places our vows had once touched. I whistled low, genuine, and she spun, the fabric flaring like a signal. "Too much?" she asked. "Never," I said, meaning it. The Meridian's rooftop glittered beneath string lights and indifferent stars. Waiters weaved through the crowd with sweating champagne flutes. Sarah's colleagues greeted her with the ease of people who'd shared too many 2 a.m. Slack messages. I smiled politely, laughed at jokes about quarterly projections, felt the familiar tug of being the plus one. Marcus found us near the bar, tall, effortlessly messy hair, the kind of casual that says he doesn't try. He kissed Sarah's cheek, European style, lingering, then clapped my shoulder as if we were old fraternity brothers. "David, right? Sarah's told me about your Civil War unit. Sounds riveting. Kind, but with a clear subtext. I grade papers while he closes 8-figure deals." Sarah laughed, touching his arm reflexively, and it lodged in my throat like a fishbone. We drifted. I talked to a junior analyst about fantasy football. Sarah and Marcus stood by the railing, city lights flickering across their faces. She tilted her head when he spoke, the way she once tilted it for me. He leaned in, murmured something, and she laughed, bright, sharp, like breaking glass. I watched from across the crowd, champagne warming in my hand. The distance felt measurable. 20 feet of polished concrete and 5 years of separate lives. When the string quartet began a slow number, Marcus offered his hand. Sarah paused, half a heartbeat, and then accepted. They moved onto the tiny dance floor, her hand on his shoulder, his at the small of her back. The dress shimmered with each step. I set down my glass, untouched, and crossed the floor slowly. Music swelled, syrupy and sentimental. Sarah's eyes were closed, her cheek nearly brushing his lapel. I reached them. I didn't touch her. I stood at the edge of their circle, close enough to smell his cologne. Expensive, oceanic. Sarah opened her eyes. Surprise flickered, then something else, guilt, defiance, maybe both. Kept my voice low, calm. The calm that comes after a storm passes through you. "Are you forgetting something?" For words. "No accusation, no volume." Just a question, gentle as a scalpel. Her smile vanished, switched off. Marcus's hand dropped from her waist. The quartet played on, oblivious. Sarah stepped back, smoothing her dress unnecessarily. I waited. The rooftop sounds faded, leaving only my pulse and distant traffic 30 stories below. Marcus cleared his throat. "I'll just..." He gestured vaguely toward the bar, retreating, cufflinks glinting. Sarah looked at me, really looked, for the first time that night. City lights caught the sheen in her eyes. "I was just dancing." "I know, but whose wife were you being?" The question hung heavier than the humidity. She opened her mouth, closed it. Around us, couples swayed, oblivious to a marriage tilting on its axis. "I think we should go home," I said. She nodded. We left without goodbyes. In the elevator, mirrored walls showed us side by side, but not touching. Her reflection seemed younger than I remembered, or maybe I had stopped seeing her clearly. When we reached the lobby, she reached for my hand. I let her loosely. The drive home was quiet. Sarah stared out the window, city lights streaking past like comets. Pulling into our driveway, she spoke without turning. "I'm sorry. I know," I said. "The question is, what happens next?" Inside, she kicked off her heels, went straight to the kitchen. I heard ice clink, gin poured. She appeared in the doorway, glass in hand, untouched. I got caught up. The attention. "It's been a long time since I looked at you like that." "I know," I said. She nodded. I removed my jacket, folded it over a chair. "Do you want him?" The question startled her. No, God, no. It's just easy with him. He sees the version of me that closes deals and crushes presentations. You see the version that forgets milk and burns toast. I see all the versions, I said. I just forgot to tell you which I loved most. Her eyes filled. She set down the glass, untouched. I don't want to lose us. Then don't. But don't make me fight for territory I thought was already mine. We stood in the kitchen, clock ticking too loud. Finally, she crossed the room, resting her forehead against my chest. I wrapped my arms around her, feeling the tremor in her shoulders. The dress still faintly smelled of Marcus cologne, but beneath it, her citrus shampoo and warmth. Later, in bed, we didn't make love. We lay facing each other, fingers intertwined, talking until the sky outside turned the color of weak tea. She told me about work pressure, the hunger Marcus praise filled. I told her about grading papers at 10 p.m., the quiet house too empty without her. We cried quietly, laughed at the absurdity. In the morning, Sarah called in sick, her first unscheduled day in 2 years. We made pancakes, burned them, ate anyway. She wore my old college sweatshirt, sleeves pushed up, a flower tucked in her hair. I took a picture, no filter. She looked like the girl I met at a dorm party, the one who stole my slice of pizza and my heart in the same night. Marcus texted a neutral Monday meeting check-in. Sarah showed me, then deleted it. We didn't discuss it further.